In this lesson, we're going to look at calculating a value for the margin lever in your business. The data we're going to need to capture in order to calculate the margins are, first of all the costs associated with this particular business unit or product line, and the revenue for that reporting period. And the value we're trying to create is a percentage, which shows us the profit for the business as a percentage of the revenue. Now, the simplest approach to this is to simply just add up all the costs and then calculate your profit so that we can perform the final calculation. And that calculation is revenue minus costs, which is our profit, divided by the overall revenue, and the outcome of that then multiplied by 100. That gives us a percentage that expresses the profit as a percentage of the revenue. We have two tools to help you when calculating the values for the levers in your business as part of the profit foundations. The first of those tools is the Calculate Worksheet. This is where you capture all of the values that you calculate as you work through your 7 levers. And you also capture any notes about those values as you're working through. So that's a place where you can capture information about, for example, the gaps. So to use this sheet, start by filling out the business unit and then fill out the date that you're working through the calculate phase. And then go down one lever at a time, suspects, prospects, conversions, and so on. Calculate out the value, the end value that we're looking for, and refer to the individual lessons as to what is the end value, because the value will be a different format. Some of these are numbers, some of them are money, some of them are ratios, some of them are percentages, and fill that value out. And if you do spot any issues as you work through, then fill out the notes section with those issues, and you can refer back to that then when you get to the correction step. What we've also created for you is a guide. So the first time through, you might not be 100% sure what data you need to capture and the calculation you need to perform. Now, this is covered in the individual lessons for each lever in this module, but we've also created a sheet which is a quick reference of the data to capture and the calculations you need to make for each of the 7 levers, and that is the guide to calculating. Your exercise for this module is to calculate values for each of the 7 levers in your business. To do this, go back through the lessons in the module, look at the data you need to capture, and capture that data and action the calculation itself and capture the final number. To capture the final number, you can use the Calculate Worksheet, and also remember to look out for any gaps, any issues with the numbers that you find, whether there's no measurement at all or whether the numbers don't quite reflect what you were expecting. So there might possibly be something that needs a correction. And if you want a quick reference of the data to capture and the calculations you need to make, then you can reference the How to Calculate guide.